From fans showing unwavering support for Ironmouse after she exposed over $500,000 in missing charity funds, to hate raids so brutal a streamer had to shut down mid-subathon, to one creator falsely accusing someone of being a predator, causing serious damage to their reputation. These are the stories of VTubers who've been loved, hated, and sometimes both at once. So let's start with Ironmouse. She was a founding member of VShojo and someone who helped shape what VTubing would become. But under all the big milestones and celebrations, there was something going on that no one saw coming. She first started streaming back in 2017, and over the years her audience has grown massively, with more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube and over 2.3 million followers on Twitch. In 2024, she briefly became the most subscribed streamer on Twitch, even surpassing Kai Cenat, thanks to a wildly successful subathon that kept her stream live for weeks. What makes her story stand out even more is that she originally set out to be an opera singer.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. I hope you're proud how you would grovel in submission to feed your own ambition.
That dream changed after she was diagnosed with CVID, a rare immune disorder that keeps her homebound and reliant on oxygen around the clock.
I was born with a genetic disease called CVID. It's a primary immune deficiency disease. My body doesn't make antibodies to fight against infection or bacteria.
When the COVID pandemic hit, the isolation became even more intense, so she turned to streaming as a way to make friends and connect with the world. Because of her health, showing her face wasn't an option, so she used a VTuber avatar instead. That first stream kicked off what would become a life-changing career. At first, she streamed just to feel a little less alone.
Saying, okay, well today I am going to stream and I'm going to see if I could talk for an hour. And I started 1 hour. Then I started 2 hours of streaming.
But by 2020 and 2021, her community as VTubing took off globally. The support she received helped her access better medical care, which in turn allowed her to stream more regularly. Ironmouse also won Best VTuber at the Streamer Awards and became the first VTuber to win Content Creator of the Year at the Game Awards in 2023. She became especially known for her long-running subathons, which raised both money and awareness for the Immune Deficiency Foundation, a cause deeply personal to her. But just when everything seemed perfect, something started to feel off. Behind the scenes, money was missing, trust was breaking, and Ironmouse realized she wasn't as protected as she thought. So when she discovered that over $500,000 from those very streams had never been delivered to charity, and that is one of the reasons why in July 2025, Ironmouse decided to leave VShojo.
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo with the information that...
She explained that the company had misled her for months, and that she was also owed a significant amount of unpaid earnings,
which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
But what hurt the most, she said, was the missing donation. Money her community had raised in good faith that never reached the foundation.
Every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and 1,000,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why.
Ironmouse said she had trusted the company to handle financial matters so she could keep her personal information private due to safety concerns tied to her health. But when she decided to take more control of her finances, she discovered the missing payments. Legal action is reportedly in motion.
I want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
So she wasn't able to share every detail. It was obvious how much it affected her, The charity that helped her through some of the hardest moments in her life hadn't received the funds, and for someone who spent years raising millions for immune disorder research, that cut deep. She's now continuing her career as an independent VTuber, unsure of what comes next, but supported by a loyal community. But Ironmouse wasn't the only one who walked away from VShojo. On July 11, 2025, Zentrea announced that she was leaving the agency after years as one of its OG members.
I would just like to let you guys know, I will be leaving VShojo. I am going to be looking for new opportunities down the road. It has been a tremendous few years. It has been a very tremendous few years on this journey.
At first, she described it as a personal decision, saying she wanted to take on new opportunities, explore different projects, and have full control over her content.
Understood like what my goal is and what I wanted to do. I am not graduating if I am not. I'm literally still gonna be staying here, but I'm going to be exploring new pathways and new opportunities. I will of course be keeping my IP. Everything you see here right now.
She made it clear she wasn't graduating or stepping away from VTubing. She'd still be streaming, still doing charity work and collabs, and she'd be keeping her model and IP. From the outside, it looked like a fresh start, but in a follow-up stream on July 23rd, she shared something that made everything feel a lot more complicated. Zentrea revealed that she hadn't been paid by VShojo for her work.
Want answers? At the moment, with how things are going, I'm probably not getting paid. I don't think a lot of us are. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's already saying too.
And that she wasn't the only one. She said her lawyer was involved and that other creators, artists, and contractors were also speaking up about missing payments. She admitted she'd been frustrated for a long time, but had stayed hopeful, even promoting the brand and building hype around new talents joining the company. Looking back, she said she felt naive for ignoring the signs.
I didn't realize until it was too late. I didn't. It's frustrating. It's annoying. I wish I could, go all out and tell you everything, but I can't.
She was exhausted, careful with her words, and clearly dealing with a legal situation behind the scenes, but still wanted to stand by the people affected. Even while holding back details, she pointed to bigger issues, ones that would later line up with what Ironmouse would eventually bring to light. But Zentrea's struggles with VShojo weren't the only challenges she was dealing with. Behind the scenes, she'd also been navigating a different kind of pressure, one that had nothing to do with contracts or payments. Over the years, Zentrea has carved out a space for herself in the VTuber world with something few others use, a text-to-speech voice in place of her real one. It's a style that's always made her stand out, and for a long time, it helped define her content. But more recently, it's also made her an easy mark. Lately, she's been hit with a lot of harassment, to the point that people started hate-rating her stream.
It's always fun playing with you, huh?
Much love.
Marshmallow.
I'm getting getting a lot of nasty messages at the moment here. Threats and all that. So I think I'm gonna call here today. I don't know where this is all coming from.
Things got so bad, she had to cut her subathon short. The worst part? She didn't even do anything wrong. She avoids drama, doesn't start beef, and focuses on her streams, her community, and making fun, solid content. The only thing she's guilty of is grinding hard and getting noticed for it. But no matter how low-key she tries to be, people still make assumptions, especially in a space where some think every VTuber is secretly a guy using a voice changer. Because Zen uses TTS, she's an easy target. But those assumptions weren't enough to make Zen quit. She just jumped back into streaming. And even though she's been hit with a lot of hate, she's also got plenty of people backing her up. She deserves better than to be torn down just because some people can't handle her success. But Zentrea wasn't the only one stepping out of the spotlight. Just a few months earlier, another well-known VTuber had stepped away, and this one shocked everyone. Gawr Gura. She joined Hololive in 2020 as a cute shark girl who was just plain goofy, making weird little noises.
Hiccup.
dropping the occasional curse midstream
Wow, what the fuck? Bob?
and delivering crazy good songs.
私は私、あなたはあなたと。
You never really knew what you were walking into with a Gura stream, which was one of the reasons she blew up so fast. Within weeks, clips were everywhere. Not long after, she became the most subscribed VTuber on YouTube. Her streams were scuffed in the best way. Tech issues, random tangents, and non-stop giggling. But not everyone was on board. While fans adored her, others criticized her model, questioned her appeal, or dismissed her as just a meme. As her popularity skyrocketed, so did the scrutiny, and with it the pressure. Then in 2025, she announced her graduation. She talked about how intense it got, being suddenly surrounded by so many eyes and expectations. The pressure took a toll, and there were days it left her physically sick.
Expected to be suddenly surrounded by so many eyes and expectations. I remember there being many days where the stress was so overwhelming that I couldn't eat or keep food down.
Still, she said it was the love and patience from fans that kept her going. She thanked her fans and quietly stepped away. And for a while, that was it. Until May 2025. A new post on X dropped, and the internet lit up. Not long after, Gura reappeared, this time as Sameko Saba. Her June debut was massive. 200,000 people showed up live. Over 2 million views in a day. Merch vanished in minutes. She tried to keep it low-key, but come on. Same voice, same humor, same gremlin energy. If you knew, you knew. But with the hype came the backlash. Some people hated her new model. Others accused her of pandering or playing it safe. But with all those takes flying around, she just kept streaming. Same chaotic energy, same unhinged jokes, same charm that made her blow up in the first place.
For boat, do you guys kind of understand? An origami boat. Maybe it's subjective, like most things are.
Now she's back and absolutely crushing it. And she hit over 1 million subs in just a few days. Some people still had things to say, but way more showed up to support her. Gura showed she could leave and still come back as one of the most loved VTubers in the world. Another VTuber who used to be with VShojo was Natasha Nanners. She started out on YouTube over a decade ago doing silly anime parodies.
Who in their right mind would frost a cake with their butt? Oh god, I'm going blind. Feels so good.
And joke songs.
I heard there was a Sigma chord that kittens played for mods of Discord, but you don't really care for gooning, do ya?
Her early videos pushed the edge with offensive memes, shock humor, and content she later removed. But back then, people found her hilarious. A mix of chaotic energy, absurdist humor, and a surprisingly good voice. That blend of comedy and talent made her really popular online.
I don't know if I'm gonna do this right. There I was again tonight, forcing laughter, faking smiles, same old tired, lonely place. Walls of
She had a unique charm, and people saw her as a funny weirdo, and loved her for it. Her voice, her timing, her ability to both gross you out and make you laugh.
For stream? What is this?
I don't understand your need. Now,
Is it?
It made her stand out. She wasn't just coasting on memes. Over time, she got into voice acting, created original music, and used her growing platform to connect with fans. Her honesty about anxiety and self-doubt made her relatable. By 2020, she debuted with VShojo and became one of its biggest stars.
I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna. I'm so excited.
Her collabs were chaotic fun, her models got more creative, and her audience only grew larger. For a while, it felt like Nyanners had finally found her space, a new world where she didn't have to explain herself. But that didn't mean the past stayed buried. A lot of hate directed at her comes from her early connection to 4chan. She was pretty active on the site as a teenager, and even built her early audience from there. But as she got older, she started distancing herself from that part of the internet. The problem is, some of her old fans couldn't let go of who she used to be. When she publicly distanced herself from her earlier content, especially her parody of a controversial song that included references to Lolicon, a lot of people felt like she was being a hypocrite. Others just didn't like the idea that she was now calling out the same types of jokes she used to make. Then came the VShojo controversy. In 2021, YouTuber Nux Taku released a video exposing a doxing ring that had targeted VTubers, including members of VShojo. Nyanners pushed back, saying the video included sensitive info, undermined VShojo's internal security team, and put creators at greater risk. She said she and others had asked him not to release it. The internet had mixed reactions, and people were divided. She posted an apology and managed to smooth things over behind the scenes. It didn't exactly calm things down, but through it all, she kept streaming. She raised money for charity. She joined Mythic after leaving VShojo. Even after everything, her audience kept showing up, and her community only got bigger. So even though she was loved by some and hated by others, she never stopped. While most of the spotlight usually goes to the girls, some of the biggest names are on the other side, and Kuzuha is one of them. He's one of the most recognizable male VTubers out there, especially in the Japanese space. He started as an indie back in 2018, doing his own thing on YouTube, and then got picked up by Niji Sanji a few months later. One of the biggest reasons fans love Kuzuha is that he doesn't try too hard. He's chill, sarcastic, sometimes a little dumb in a funny way, and that's exactly what makes him entertaining. Whether he's messing around in Apex,
ドア開けられる。やめろって。
playing horror games while pretending not to be scared, or just chatting about random nonsense, people enjoy how relaxed and unfiltered he is. He's also crazy good at games, especially FPS titles like Valorant, and Apex.
やべえ、今の外した時点でちょっとあるとワンチャン武器だから。
A lot of VTubers play games, but Kuzuha actually has the skills to back it up. That makes his streams fun to watch, whether you're into the gameplay or just there for his reactions. Over time, he's built a reputation for being laid back, funny, and a little unpredictable. He's also dropped hit song covers like his viral King cover. Released original music, hit major milestones like 2 million subs, and even pulled off a full-on solo concert. While Kuzuha helped define what a top-tier VTuber looks like in Japan, things were evolving fast on the English side too, and Mori Calliope was one of them. Her debut with Hololive English Myth in 2020 made an immediate impact. She dropped an original rap track on day one, and it blew up.
では始めましょうか。
Fuck it, modern day kills really more sense, cuz to my surprise.
From there, she kept the momentum going, pumping out albums, performing live in 3D, and even landing a record deal with Universal Music Japan. That level of success raised the bar for what a Western VTuber could achieve. But as her fame grew, she also stirred up a lot of drama. Some fans didn't vibe with her approach. She swore, she drank, she didn't act like the ideal idol.
And of course, shotto nomimasu yo. Ah, fuck, it's me, but look, it's a shiny me. Another me. Ah, fuck. Shit. A double rare. And then, of course, me.
And worst of all, at least to some, she kept collaborating with male creators, especially Sea-Dog VA, Connor from Trash Taste, who once made a comment that rubbed Hololive fans the wrong way. Something about how just being in Hololive guarantees success, even if you're not talented. Even though Callie said he had apologized to her and the other Hololive members, some fans were still upset that she supported him. The criticism snowballed to the point that everything she did became a target, even her music. Callie talked about feeling guilty for leaving her old music circle. She felt pressure to keep producing and worried she didn't belong. Some people didn't get her, but she didn't change to please them. She kept doing things her way and built her success on that. Callie showed how far music could take a Hololive talent. But Hololive wasn't just about music. For some, it was all about games. Enter Inugami Korone. She made her debut back in 2019 as part of Hololive Gamers. Unlike most members, she didn't go through the usual audition process. She was actually recommended by her friend Nekomata Okayu, who had already joined the group. Her debut stream wasn't perfect. She was nervous, had tech issues, and even had a cold.
誕生日は10月1日だ。ワンワンと覚えろ。身長は156センチだ。1コロと覚えろ。趣味は英語鑑賞だ。
But somehow, that just made people like her more. Right from the start, she felt genuine. What really hooked people, though, was her energy when she got going. Korone streams for hours, often diving into retro games like Doom.
初めて見た。どんぐりみたいなやつ。これくるみ割り人形のくるみ。くるみ割り人形じゃないけど、くるみ割り人形でもいいか。他のものでもか。強いよこれ、しかもこいつ。気持ち悪い。気持ち悪い。
Or Spelunker.
もしかしたらさ、自分がさ、発見するかもしれないこともあり得るわけなんか。それがすごいドキドキするしさ、今からどんどん新しい。
She laughs, screams, makes weird noises, and talks to the chat like they're close friends. She just makes everything feel fun. And of course, her catchphrase and memes took off too. 'Yubi Yubi' being the big one. She's also dropped original songs, hit major milestones like 2 million subs, and even voiced a role in the Japanese dub of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
お願いします。
お願いします。
そして、
はい、
こちらの企画。じゃがじゃん。お、題してソニコロ2022。これがね、オフィシャルロゴになっています。
はい。
これソニックと、はい、コロネちゃんの要素がバランスよく、入ってて。
But Hololive isn't the only place where VTubers made an impact. Like Veibae, she's one of the most recognizable names from VShojo.
You know, right? Okay, ready? Here it is. This is it. What do you think's hot? Hello, boys. The new and improved Veibae.
And one of those creators people either love or love to argue about. They started gaining traction in 2020. While a lot of VTubers lean into cuteness or idol-like behavior, they stood out by being totally unfiltered, joking about anything, swearing freely,
Brzydki! Chuju!
and people liked how she could go from wild jokes to laid-back gaming without missing a beat.
Become a VTuber. Like, even if you're a VTuber that sounds like a dude, as long as you got tits on the screen, you're still gonna make money.
But those same traits also got her into hot water. In 2023, during her review stream, she ended with a comment that included a slur, something many saw as outdated and offensive.
See you later! What did I say? What I call you guys now? Can I still play Virgin Blood? I don't know. I feel like I feel like Virgins is banned, but retard is not. So see you later, retards. Peace the
When people pushed back, instead of apologizing, she doubled down.
all of these bright and like sarcasm and gold. Yes, I love you. I love these streamers. But in the moment you say retard, like none of them get canceled. But I say that shit. Fucking pedestal, dude. On, I don't give a you. Don't give a me. Like I don't get triggered when they say shit, right? Leave me to it, dude. I never claimed for my stream to be like a safe space. It is not.
She said her stream was never meant to be a safe space and told anyone who was upset to leave. That response didn't go over well. Controversy aside though, she pulled off some big wins. Over 1 million Twitch followers, streamer award nominations, and after parting ways with VShojo in 2023, she went independent, saying the new contract terms just didn't make sense for her. Veibae wasn't the only one proving you didn't need an agency to make it big. Shy Lily did it too, and built something massive from the ground up. She started out in 2020 with a 3D model she made herself, but things really took off after her 2D re-debut in January 2022. That stream changed everything.
I'm gonna come.
They're so beautiful. This is it, sir?
She went from being a smaller creator to one of the most popular indie VTubers around. By 2023, she had passed 1 million followers on Twitch. Shy Lily's the kind of streamer who keeps you on your toes. One minute she's making gremlin noises, the next she's cracking a flirty joke.
Like,
breed.
okay. But no pregante. Only breed. No pregante. Breed. Pregante. No pregnoid. Only bread. Only crumbs.
Then suddenly she's sharing a surprisingly heartfelt story from her past. She leans into the lewd humor with a grin, but it never feels fake or forced. And she's super engaged with her chat, whether she's gaming or just hanging out during long just chatting streams. She's always bouncing off the audience, which probably helped her win Best Just Chatting Streamer. Her reactions feel real, and she somehow always finds new ways to make people laugh. But going independent doesn't always mean smooth sailing, like Nux Taku. He might honestly be one of the most controversial VTubers on the internet. His early content was mostly anime memes, top 10s, and those ridiculous voiceovers, which helped him hit 1 million subs by 2019. By the time he debuted as a VTuber in 2021, he already had a massive following.
Hello and welcome, your new overlord, VTuber Nuxenor. Yay! God damn, this is so weird. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, alright.
Over time, Nux started switching things up. Less anime, more trending topics, collabs, reaction vids, and internet commentary. He kept growing, past 2 million subs, and even worked with big creators like Moist Critical,
Like 600,000 live viewers. Oh, here's just 400,000 live viewers on this screenshot. I think it ended up here. This one is 490,000 live viewers. Like,
and she made 306K from Super Chat that night, or
that one.
some ordinary gamers,
Story. When I was like looking
Yeah,
into
you
it,
knew this a month before all this went down, because I reached out to you and this guy was trying to fish me. And other people, and swat them.
but like you
Ironmouse,
That's 100K followers. That is awesome. Hell yes.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
and many more. That's when things started getting messy. He's been caught up in a lot of drama. The first major one was the VShojo situation back in 2021. Long story short, Nux made a video warning people about a doxing scam that was targeting VTubers. VShojo staff initially thanked him, but then some of their talents started criticizing the video. They said he didn't have permission to post it. Suddenly, the same people he was trying to help were dragging him online, and it blew up fast. He took the video down.
I messed up, and I would like to give you a timeline of events, but it does not right any of the wrongs that I've made. A month ago, a guy was impersonating VShojo, doxing and swatting VTubers, and came really close to getting me. I got swatted once in the past, and it scarred me. People die in these situations, and coming close to it happening again terrified me. When I brought this to the attention of VShojo, they told me that they knew this was going on.
Apologized, and tried to move on. But the internet didn't forget. Then came the Taiga situation, which caused even more backlash. In a 2021 video with Moist Critical, Nux mentioned serious allegations against another VTuber named Taiga, claims that at the time were circulating widely online. But months later, new information came out. An independent investigation revealed the allegations were false and traced them back to stalkers who had been targeting Taiga with fabricated evidence. After that, Nux edited the video to remove the reference and left a pinned comment explaining that while he had included a disclaimer, he no longer wanted to risk spreading misinformation. He also said he reached out to Taiga privately to apologize and planned to address it more fully once he had a clearer understanding of what happened.
Because he you know, I don't know if it's true. He ended up coming back with some sort of response. I don't know, this guy Bungo Taiga, and I apologized to him privately that I even alleged something like that. And like, because a friend told me, and I believed him.
Every time this topic came up, I apologized.
Still, for many viewers, the damage was already done. Critics felt the retraction came too late, lacked clarity, and didn't reflect the seriousness of the accusation. Some even accused Nux of burying the correction and not owning the full weight of what was said. The fallout from that moment stuck with him, and it became one of the key moments where his reputation took a major hit. After that came even more drama, lolly accusations, backlash over reaction content, especially those weird Jaden Animations video titles, and his past connection with Shadman, who was known for drawing seriously disturbing content. Nux said he never supported it and just wanted to roast the guy, but a lot of people didn't buy it. Things kept piling on, and to the point that most people started calling him the most hated VTuber. And through it all, Nux just kept going, uploading videos, hosting podcasts, and dealing with non-stop backlash. For better or worse, Nux stayed in the game, and like a lot of creators, he made real money doing it. Whatever you think of Nux, one thing's clear. He went through controversies that would have ended most careers and still walked away with a loyal audience. And he's just one example of how complicated success can be.